Like most Americans, I learned to ride a bike as a kid. I still remember the glee after learning how to ride a bike on a subdivision road where I grew up in Florida. I had cracked the mysteries of balance, and now I had the giddy pleasure of my newfound freedom. But girls around the world don't always get to experience the joy of a first bike ride. In some countries, conservative societies frown upon women and girls who ride bikes. It's not considered dignified or appropriate, and gives a girl too much independence. Jumana Saif, a Syrian lawyer and activist, recalls riding a bike as an 11-year-old in the capital city of Damascus. It was the first time she understood there were different rules for girls and boys. For the people watching on the street, and even for the children, it was shocking to them that I was riding a bike. They started to say, "Oh, shame on you. You are a girl riding a bike," Saif says. It just wasn't in our culture. But it's never too late to learn. In Germany, a nonprofit group called Bikeegees is teaching refugee women from countries such as Iran, Iraq and Syria how to ride. Bikeegees began in 2015, a time when Germans were embracing a concept called Willkommenskultur, or welcoming culture, to greet newly arrived refugees, many of them fleeing the war in Syria. The movement spawned an explosion of nonprofits eager to assist the newcomers, including Bikeegees, says founder Annette Kruger. Bikes are an important part of German culture. In fact, 9 out of every 10 residents own a bicycle. The group's name, she explains, is a word creation of bike and refugees. In the early days of the program, Kruger donated bikes to refugee centers and taught refugees how to ride on an ad hoc basis. Since then, the program has grown, and today, volunteers offer riding lessons to refugee women 5 days a week in 15 locations in Berlin and Brandenburg. The women can take as many classes they need to master the skill. Since the group first started, it has taught 1,100 women how to ride a bike, says Kruger. It is possible to change the life of a woman in 2 hours. It is really magical, says Kruger, an avid cyclist. The group also teaches women how to fix bikes. It instills a sense of self-sufficiency, says Kruger. If they can do bike repairs, ride and learn the German rules of the road, they are awarded with a bike kit. That includes a bike, helmet, bike lock and bike tools. So far, Bikeegees has distributed 400 kits, paid for with donations. In a sprawling park on the edge of Berlin in July, Kruger watched 4 volunteers teach cycling to a new crop of refugee women. The 3 students came from Ahvaz, Iran, Kirkuk, Iraq, and Afrin, Syria. They say they didn't know how to ride a bike before they arrived to Germany and were forbidden to try in their home countries. Shaha Khalif, 21, signed up for her first lesson with Bikeegees 3 years ago and now she's a volunteer trainer.